Hey, hey, everybody. It's Monday night. Yes. Hope you guys had an amazing day today. My day was fruitful and extremely good. Got a lot done, helped change some lives, helped change my own life. Studied, connected. It's been a really, really great day. So I'm excited to be on here with you guys tonight. We're going to have a really great time, and we're going to be talking about trends and investing because most people are wondering right now, like, where should I be investing? Hey, Darren, what's up? Good. I'm glad to know your day was great. Yes, I love that. Hey, Oni, Obama, what's up? I'm glad your day was great. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm amazing. Journey, what's up, girl? Hey, Sharon. So excited to have you guys on here tonight. Definitely an amazing time to be alive. Of course, I'm sensitive to what's going on throughout the world, but I also know that pain points are also points where great change ends up emerging, great increase ends up emerging, Tammy. And what's going on? And so, yeah, it's just really, really an exciting time. It's a really great time. And I'm excited that you guys are getting on here tonight. And I really want to encourage you guys to get ready to jump on here. Okay, get ready to jump on here or share this feed. Should I say? Y'all already on here. but but share this feed because this is definitely a great time and you guys are going to hear this information. God has blessed my life over the years to become a very successful investor, and I've done it through mentorship. I've had some amazing mentors. I have some amazing mentors that some of you got a chance to see over the weekend, actually, with Robert and Kim Kiyosaki and Carrie Lampkin and Kim McElroy and Andy. That's like my squad right there. I mean, they helped me with everything from real estate to paper assets. And then a lot of amazing people in this platform that I'm going to be talking about tonight, because most people, when they think of investing, they kind of push back from it because they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm afraid of risk. I'm afraid to take a chance. But the reality is that if you don't put yourself in a position to continue to educate yourself, then you're going to take an L. You're going to end up taking the L by default. If you don't step out and say, okay, it's time for me to learn, it's time for me to grow, you'll end up taking an L by default, right? Because this is what I want you to know. And this is why ongoing wealth education, Andrea, what's up, is so important, because nothing stays like this. Nothing stays in when you draw, if I was to draw a line right now, from here to here, that would be like consolidation. Nothing is ever just going to be flat, right? When you look at trends, everything always has a low and a high. And the beautiful thing is that when you begin to understand these concepts, right, you can actually take that over to every asset, every appreciating asset. You can look at, hey, what's the trend? And so we're going to actually look at a chart tonight that's going to give you an opportunity, Kim, to look at the chart, and you're going to see how simple. This is the thing that I love about the platform that I've connected with. We've broken it down for the everyday average person who would normally know nothing about trends or investing, how to invest and how to become a successful investor. And I'll tell you what, once you start investing, you'll never want to stop, because it is the most exciting, adventurous thing you'll ever want to do. I don't have any more boring days or boring times, because the wonderful world of investing is for anybody that will lean into it, right? Anybody that says, I'm going to lean into it. And as long as you are willing to not fall in love with Netflix or Hulu or Prime Video, and I like a good movie or series like anybody else, but I also understand right now that the next 60 to 90 days are very, very, very crucial. What you're doing with your time right now is going to determine, because as a matter of fact, even with everything, hey, Chris, everything that's going on right now in the world, Rhonda, I don't think we've seen the bottom of the recession. Now, this is what I want you to know, that during times of recession, This is when a lot of people become wealthy. It's when the Rockefellers became wealthy. It's when a lot of people became wealthy because those people got the right information. And that's all you have to do. You have to become an information junkie, or let me say the right information, right? Getting the right information. And so I'm going to show you guys tonight. I'm going to pull up a chart in just a moment, and we're going to actually look at it, and I'm going to break it down where it's so super simple that you shouldn't have any questions and you should feel equipped. Now, let me tell you something else about developing wealth. When you start talking about developing wealth, you always want to do it with a partner or a mentor, or you want to be in a group. Like, think about when y'all was in high school or college, when it was time to study to take a test, a lot of people got with study groups. I know I love studying with study groups because there may be an angle that they saw that I didn't see, right? Or there may have been an angle or a perspective that I forgot about, that just in us studying together, they reminded me, okay, this is how you actually need to look at this, or this is how you actually need to look at that. And it really set me up, and my tests that I took with study groups, I always really excelled in them. It's the same thing when you're an adult. And unfortunately, in traditional school, a lot of times they be like, you know, don't share your paper with nobody else. Don't show anybody else what you're doing. No. You really want somebody else to look over your shoulder. You want to look over somebody else's shoulders, because it's the environment of study that actually all of us together, looking at something together, helps us to make really good decisions. Now, let me tell you the power of a wealth group. What happens in a wealth group is you might have Chris who says, I'm going to get really, really proficient at learning trading foreign currency. Foreign currency is the ability to trade any two countries and the two currencies, Ramona, right? And I might say, well, you know what, Chris, that's cool. I'm about to focus on cryptocurrency, right? Which is the largest performing digital asset in the entire world. Over the last 10 years, they went from 1 penny to now Bitcoin is worth like $9,000, right? So I might say, I'm going to get really proficient and learning about cryptocurrency. Ramona might say, I'm going to get really proficient about learning about indices, which is basically where you take several different companies and they come up with what we call price action. And if we get in at the right price, we can write it up on a buy or write it down on a sell. So we basically get into all of that, right? And this is the beautiful thing about putting yourself in a position where you say, you know what, I'm about to connect with a wealth group, or I'm getting ready to connect with a wealth family. Because I can tell you right now, becoming wealthy is not anything you want to do on your own, Brandy. It's not an alone sport, right? It's football, it's basketball, it's rugby, it's soccer, it's all of us huddling together. You got a coach, and a lot of times a couple of coaches, and they telling you, run this play right here, or run this play right here. And not only do they study their team, but they study the opponent, right? The opponent is LAT. And so what you got to do when you think about 2020, you got to think about this. You got to say, okay, I'm about to study money. I'm going to study people with money mindset, with wealth mindset. And then I'm also, most of us don't have to study being broke because somebody in your family was broke. Maybe you broke right now. Maybe you came from broke, right? So you already know kind of what that looks like. So anytime you are desiring to go in the opposite direction of where you are right now, that means you have to lean in on what? Education. Remember, the only difference between the wealthy and the poor is information and your desire. See, that's the thing about it. Sometimes when you've gone through things in your life, you lose your desire. And what happens with a wealth family, it ignites. You get around somebody to say something, and you be like, yeah, yeah, I can have that. Or you see somebody out on the yacht, you say, yeah, I can have that. Or you see somebody walking in a mansion, and something about that environment, it triggers something on the inside of you that says, wait a minute, I believe that this is the life that I'm supposed to live. And so that's what I really want you to hear from me tonight, Andrea, is that understand what I'm talking to you about tonight is really charts and trends. And we're going to teach you charts and trends so that you can maximize them and begin to live a life that's profitable. This is what you have to know. Even though Wall Street right now, Bloomberg is saying it's a recession. Okay. Now, during times of recession, everybody's not broke. The money is going somewhere. The money has not stopped moving, Philip. The money is still going somewhere. Now, when you look back, I'm going to go back just for a minute. When you look back at slavery, right, and you had master who had land, who was basically getting over on free labor, right? And so what would happen was they started to trade human lives. And so they were able to keep the wealth among all the masters. Why? Because they understood the power of trade. Now, it was evil. It was wrong. They shouldn't have did it. But they were operating right in what I'm going to be talking to you about today. But it's going to be legal and nobody's going to be getting hurt. If anything, it's going to be, and value is going to be added. Even when you look at before they started trading, during the agricultural industry, where it was big, Sheena, on people trading, like, you know, give me your goat and I want this table, or I want this table, I'm gonna give you my cow, right? They traded animals, they bartered things, right? So this is what's happening in the world now, that there is a barter system between countries. You need to understand global economics. You need to understand how COVID, and not just COVID, but how news impacts money. News impacts money, right? You need to know that. Put that in the chat right now. News impacts money, right? Now, one of the things that we're going to teach you on this educational platform is we're going to teach you how news impacts money. Now, why is this important? Because if you get the right education, if you get wealth education, you can get there before the money gets there. And so now what's happening is you can change the momentum, opposed to you chasing after money. Now, because of education, money is now chasing you. Oh, I feel my hip. Right? Money is now chasing you. And that's exactly where you want to be. Share this feed, everybody. This is very important information, right? This revelation can change everything about your life. This on tonight, I'm telling you right now, can change everything, because everything is about a strategy, L'Oreal. If I want to lose weight, then I got to start drinking more water, right? This is strategy. If I want to have a healthy heart, I got to exercise. It's a strategy for health. It's a strategy for having, healthy hair. It's a strategy for having a healthy body. And it's a strategy for having a healthy money flow. The thing is, most of us did not grow up in a household, Onaya, where they talked about money. We always saw people, it seemed to be like money and struggle were synonymous. And there was a whole community, there was a whole neighborhood where everybody was waiting on a check, because there wasn't a mentality that you can create the check, right? So right now, it's neighborhoods where everybody's just waiting on the stimulus package. Everybody's waiting to see if the president is going to pass the bill. But I'm telling you, with the right information and the right knowledge, you can pass your own bill, right? You can create your own wealth. You don't have to wait on the president. You don't have to wait on the governor. You don't have to wait on your baby daddy or your baby mama. You don't have to wait on anybody but yourself. Now, what has happened also, and many times in our community, where we have become spiritually very fit and very strong. But now I'm challenging every single one of you up under the baton of my voice that you have to become fit intellectually. You know, we serve the God of intellect. The Bible says that God gave Daniel an endowment of intelligence, right? He was endowed with intelligence. That means that he had the ability to think, he had the ability to create. And so what happens is sometimes you stop creating, you stop learning, you stop reading, you stop being hungry. I'm here to ignite the hunger on the inside of you. I'm here to ignite the desire on the inside of you. There's much more than what you've seen so far. There's much more out there than what you've seen so far. Now, this platform is going to educate you, and the education is going to empower you, and the empowerment is going to give you different results. So you can say it like this. All right, bet I get a well family, I got a wealth squad. So now I'm having wealth conversations, right? The whole situation is changing. Opposed to me talking about what I got to wait for, this, that, or the third to happen, or I got to wait 5 years to buy a mansion, to buy my dream house. You can start having a conversation with people saying, I'm about to buy my dream house in 5 months, right? Opposed to, I'm going to be able to pay off my taxes or my student loan in the next 5 years. No, I'm going to be able to pay off my student loan right now within the next 5 months. So what am I saying? That this information is going to shorten the time frame for all of your dreams. Everybody say, my dreams are now. Put that in your chat. Dreams now. In other words, we're going to manifest our dreams right now. No more putting it way off until baby go to college or go to school. No, child, your dreams are about to manifest right now. 2020 is just going to be your year. I'm telling you right now, 2020 is just going to be your year. Put that in the chat right now. 2020 is my year. Come on. 2020 is my year. You have to proclaim it. It doesn't matter what you read on the news. It doesn't matter what you've heard. And yes, we need to be aware and alert. But now I'm talking about your money. I'm talking about your ends. I'm talking about your ability to create a legacy blueprint that will change the generations to come. Come on, put 2020 is just my year. 2020 is just my year. Come on, say it out of your mouth right now. 2020 is my year. My dreams are now. We're not putting off our dreams. Our dreams are now. I'm not lazy, God. My mind is here. I'm going to learn these charts. I'm going to dominate these charts. Yeah, I've been scared. Maybe you've been afraid to take the risk. Maybe you're like, I got to get more information. But let me tell you something. There comes a time where you got to trust your gut more than you trust your head. And here's what happens. Your gut will always take you much further than your head. I said your gut will take you much further than your head, because sometimes the things that I'm walking in today, if I waited for my head to catch up with what my gut brought me into, I wouldn't have half of what God has done, right? And so listen, that same thing is for you. 2020 is your year. So now let me show you this. Now this is the intellectual part. We got you fired up and inspired. I hope you're ignited to know that the dreamer that's on the inside of you is waking back up, because some of y'all stopped dreaming because you got disappointed. Forget about the disappointed and go back again. All right, now you're going to have access to a back office. When you sign up, I want to make sure, do y'all see this? Wait a minute. I got to make sure y'all see this. All right. All right. All right, so this is what you're going to have access to. We're going to sign you up. When we sign you up, we're going to give you a back office. We about to become real booed up. Whoever's signing you up, y'all about to be like booed up. Y'all about to be like besties. That's like your wealth bestie, right? Talking a couple times a day, like, all right, what the market's saying, what's the trend, da-da-da-da-da, all right? Now, this is the back office, and this is what you're going to have access to. Now, if somebody could text me just to confirm that you guys can see this, let me know you can see it. Can somebody text and just say, I can see it? Okay. Usually somebody's on this live with me that we can bounce off. I don't have that tonight. All right. So it says, discover the simplest way to learn with the best secrets in one place. Now, this is important because wealth for most people and strategies were a secret. Now, I'm going to go over here to the scripture real quick, because there's a scripture that says that God will reveal the hidden secrets to us. Thank you, Kim. All right. Now, these are some of the best secrets, and you get an opportunity to choose your weapon. Did you know that when you have a wealth secret, it is a weapon? It is a defense. It's a defense against sickness. It's a defense against lack. It's a defense. I mean, it's just a defense in so many areas. You know, when you have money, it defends you from, did you know? Now, let me say this, because I know some people are like, oh, I need love and peace. You do need love and peace. But let me say something. Money can help bring in love and peace. Because if you got love and peace with no money, you're not going to have peace too long. Thank you, Auntie. All right, now, I'm going to scroll down here. This is what the academy looks like. You're going to have access to this. I'm breaking this down for y'all. These are several different strategies that you'll have the ability to learn. But I'm going to teach you the very first, our flagship strategy. the harmonic scanner. You're going to have access to this. Now, low key, if you know your ABCs and you can count to 10, you can trade. I'm going to break it down for you. Right now, that we have different time frames. You got 15-minute. I like the 15-minute because I like to be in and out of the market the same day. Some people want to be day traders not day traders, but swing traders, and they just maybe want to trade twice a week. You can do that too. Most people in this space, because it is so exciting and thrilling to make money every day, most people in this space trade the M15, which is a 15-minute, but you also will see the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and then the day. All right. Now let's do this. Let's do ABC together. All right. A, B, C, D. Right? Everybody follow that? I'm doing it one more time. I'm breaking down for you how simple this looks. Because if you look at this chart with no explanation, you like, bruh, what is going on? Right? Okay. So A, B, C, D. D is the entry. D is always going to be your entry. Now, you notice there are three things right here. It says TP1, TP2, and TP3. TP stands for take profit. All right? Everybody put in the chat, take profit. Now, why is this so powerful? Because I could be Maxine in the movie theater with my honey and put in a trade and go on about my business. I don't have to sit there in front of the trade all day. Guess what? And it's all happening from my cell phone alert. All right. So I'm trading GBP, USD, Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. Yay. All right. The take profit is below the entry. Because the take profit is below the entry, right? It would be a sell. Okay. So anytime TP is below the entry, it's a sell. If this TP was above the entry up here, it'd be a buy. Oh my gosh, I love the simplicity of this joint. Now D, so this says I would sell GBP USD, Great Britain pound, United States dollar at 1.246. Open book test. It's not hard. I know you heard all your life. There ain't no such thing as get rich quick. Because that's what your mom and them told you, because that's all they knew. But I'm telling you right now that there are more people becoming millionaires and multiple millionaires in 12 months, 24 months, 48 months, 72 months. And guess what? It's happening younger and younger. I've met more millennials in the last 4 years in this space that have become multiple millionaires than any other thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. You come to our convention and you sit there like, Lord have mercy. Where have I been? That's what it's like. Because, when you think about people being wealthy, usually we just think like one person, two people. But in this environment, you literally are looking out and there are thousands of people from every different country, and the testimonies make you cry. Because most of these people didn't know this existed. They didn't know anything about it. And they came over here and they betted on themselves. They invested in themselves. You cannot wait for nobody else to invest in you. You have to invest in yourself. Bet on you. Enter at 1.246. Take profit 1.2443. So I can put this trade in and go on about my business. And when it hits there, it'll automatically close me out in profit. Automatically. Now somebody might say, but can't you lose? Okay, this is the beautiful thing about it though. We're going to teach you how to maximize your profit and minimize your loss. You see this thing up here called STOP? So this is what you call a stop loss. So if this trade, we're thinking that this trade is going to go down, right? But it ended up going up. That happens sometimes. But it's going to close me out at 1.24773. So it minimizes my loss, right? So I'm maximizing the profit, minimizing the loss. We can't see the scanner. What happened? I thought y'all did see the scanner. All right, let me go back here. Oh, okay. Copy. Hold on. Let's see. Bam. Bam. All right. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? All right. So let me review. A, B, C, D. Okay. You should be able to see it now. Please confirm. A, B, C, D. Can you guys see the scanner now? You should be able to see it. Okay. D is the entry. I'm trading Great Britain Pound USD, GBP USD. Okay. Because the TP, again, is take profit. You can see it now? Okay, thank you. Because the TP is below the entry, it's a sell. If the TP was above the entry, it would be a buy. This is a stop loss you guys heard me talking about. Okay? All right. Now, people are saying they can see my chart now. Somebody else just confirm again. Sharon, you should be able to see it. All right, let me go over here to AUD NZD. This is Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Got, ladies and gents, please confirm you see the scanner. Somebody tell me they can't see it. All right, AUD NZD. So look, oh, look, price is moving right now. Oh my gosh, I love this. Price is always moving. The market's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Remember, D was the entry at 1.06393. And it takes a minute. It just takes a minute to put these numbers in. It takes as long as the Cash App. Okay, thank you, Kim. Look at this. Take profit 1. It's about to hit. Bam. But if I wanted to take a greater risk, take profit 2, 1.06226. And look at this down here. This is called the RSI. We're going to educate you on all this. And it's pointing down. So that's confirmation for me. Again, let me review. A, B, C, D. D is always going to be my entry. 1.06393. My take profit, TP, is 1.06282. Look at this candle. This rectangle is what we call a candle. This is what you call a bearish candle because it's red. If it's blue, it's called a bluish candle, which means bullish. Think about horns. It's headed up, right? So this bearish candle, you see it's just about to hit take profit 1. It's almost there. And then look at it. It's moving. Price is moving. Price is moving. I love it. Now you look at take profit 2, or I could say, you know what? I think it's going to go to 3, 1.06137. So as you start trading this, you're going to get the hang of it. Okay. Let me find one more. I want to find a buy for you guys. These are sells because they're all below. It's a bunch of sells tonight, eh? Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. AUD CAD, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. D was the entry. Let's count. Let's do our ABCs, guys. A, B, C, and D. D is always going to be the entry. Yay. 0.90353. All right. Oh no, this was a sell too. Shoot. Take profit was below. Now this is a time where it ended up going in the opposite direction. But you would have waited, and we'll get more into this detail. We would have waited until it pierced the entry to get in. All right, let me see, I'm trying to find a buy for you guys. I want you to see so many sales tonight. Yay, here's a buy. NZD USD. Come on, let's do our ABCs. A, B, C, and D. Entry is there. Take profit is above entry. It's a buy. Yep. Entry would have been 0.60097. Look, that baby, that candle, it hit it too. You see that? Went up, came down a little bit. Price never goes straight to the take profit. It always kind of, retraces, what we call it. Go up a little bit, came down, and look, it finally hit it. Bam, take profit 1. So what happens when take profit is hit? You made money. When take profit hits, you made money. And this is what we do every day. Now, this is the beautiful thing about it. You're going to learn that anytime you trade the trend, that's how, and you just won't learn to trade the trend in Forex. You'll trade the trend in cryptocurrency. You'll trade the trend in real estate. You'll trade the trend in paper assets with stock options. We teach you how to do all of that. You're going to learn how to trade the trend with, you'll learn how to invest in oil. Everything is going to always be buy low, sell high. And the more you look at the charts, the more you get it. Right? If you go back to my Facebook earlier today, interviewed a 22-year-old, so proud of her. She's working 2 jobs at the bank and the gas station, tired all the time, just 22. She got involved with this 6 months later. She left both jobs because she's making so much money trading. So you have the ability to make $10 a day, but you could also make 3 figures a day. You can make 4 figures a day. We don't give any guarantees, but we educate you. Guys, nobody's going to be managing your money but you. You're going to be the only one managing your money. So if you want to start, we'll start you on a demo account, okay? And on that demo account, it's going to allow you to use practice money, okay? And then after you do the practice money, then after you do that for a couple of days and you feel good, then we're going to do what? We're going to move you over to live money. With your live money, you can start with as little as $50. You can start with 100, 500. It's up to you, right? And here's the sweet spot. You're going to spend at least 15 to 30 minutes a day. 15 to 30 minutes a day. 15 to 30 minutes a day is the sweet spot because whatever you keep before your eyes and keep in your ears, you're going to learn. And we have over 100 educators. I just did a breakdown overview, but we have over 100 educators. They're going to break this down for you. You're going to have access to beginners videos, right? That'll teach you the fundamentals, basics for babies, right? We don't like to say Forex for dummies. Forex for babies. You can put your 5-year-old in front of it and say A, B, C, D. And literally we have 10-year-olds that learn how to trade, right? In Dubai right now, this is required for their students in elementary school. They're learning how to trade. No wonder Dubai is one of the wealthiest countries in the entire world, right? So don't let fear or, no, we're going to help you push past all of that, and we're going to teach you. Now, let me tell you, you're going to just sign up one time for $234. $234 just one time, right? And then $174 every 30 days. But if you get 2 customers to do the exact same thing that you're doing, they're going to waive your monthly fee, right? Or if you say, you know what, I want to learn all the strategies. I want to learn about that cryptocurrency thing you talked about. I want to learn about stock pioneering options that you talked about. And then you sign up for $324, right? Just $100 more, right? You spend that on a good weave, right? On a weekend when you could go out with family and friends and dinner and stuff, right? So you can invest so little with the possibility that it's endless. There's no limit. So what I want you to do is I want you to get back with the person that invited you on here. You're supposed to have questions. I want you to have questions, but you never, ever allow questions to stop you, right? Refuse to do what a lot of the lower and middle class mindset do. Sometimes they're great people, but just because of fear and the way they were trained educationally, they overanalyze. Then that causes procrastination, which causes stagnation, which is why in most adults, not all, but most, once you see them get to a certain place, they just kind of, what we call consolidation in the trends. They just never really any real movement up. A lot of times, sometimes you see movement down, sometimes movement up, but how do you have it where it's ever increasing? If you look at people like Warren Buffett, Jay-Z, Oprah, what are they doing? Researching, gathering wealth groups, gathering wealth families, asking questions. As long as you're hungry for education, as long as you stay hungry to learn, then you're always going to be in a position to continue to grow because the world is changing. A couple years ago, there was no Cash App. Now, with Cash App started off just as online transaction. Now you can use it to buy Bitcoin. You can use it to buy stocks, right? So the world is changing. You need to put yourself in a position to learn these new rules of money. So guys, Girls, I want to encourage you to get back with the person that invited you on here. Tell them, listen, I'm ready to make a decision. Because the reality is that people that make decisions hire people that won't make decisions. Don't be indecisive your whole life. Trust your instinct, trust your gut, and tell yourself that 2020 is my year to become wealthy. I'm ready to join up. I'm ready to partner with whoever's watch party is going on. That's who you reach out to, or whoever invited you on here. I want to see you grow. I want to see you win. I want to see you take 2020. Let this be the best financial year of your entire life. Before you know it, Christmas will be here. The holidays will be here. Make sure that you set yourself up, that as we end 2020 and we go into 2021, that you've set yourself up stronger and better than ever. You know, the Bible says that wealth is a strong defense, right? And it really is. Another scripture says that money answers all things, right? Money really does answer all things. So put yourself in a position to have money start chasing you, because money makes an amazing slave, but a horrible master. And I just want you to know that you can have it all, but you just got to make a decision that I'm ready to learn again. I'm ready to change again. What do I have to do? So get back with that person. Thanks for jumping on here. And I'll be on here every morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think we're going to be doing in the evenings too. The demand is so high right now. So we just want to flood it, the social media with information and education, and not just be scrolling, looking at foolishness. It's time to grow. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good night. Thanks for joining.